I like that. It's as if Gojo just woke up from the dream that he was having about his past.
Exactly, yeah.
And we were just watching his dream.
Let me tell you all about it. He's not going to tell him, but you know.
Here Gojo wakes up, takes off his bandana. It's a really nice storytelling touch. This anime is this season is so well written.
It sure is.
So well written. Oh my god.
Brandon, what's the premature death? Is that just Gojo? Geto killing everyone? Because someone explained to me that the hidden inventory is the gun that Toji kept.
Right.
Yeah, what is the premature death? Well,
I like to hop into like the symbolic.
Right.
So yeah, I'd say it's Geto's soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of
dead long before he dies in Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
Yeah, exactly. Like Geto has just been replaced by a doppelganger, essentially, so to speak. So to speak.
Yeah.
Figuratively speaking. Right. I'm not actual.
Not literal.
Yeah. But yeah, Geto made an ideological decision when he should have sat with his struggle longer. You know? That's not an unhealthy struggle to have.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Yeah. He looks better because he's gotten over his struggle, but really, yeah, you're right. You need to sit for a little bit longer.
Right.
Actually, maybe your whole life.
Yeah.
If I had to be honest,
yeah.
right?
Yep. Geto just has a really strong moral sense, right, of justice. He's really in tune with a sense of righteousness that he felt was wronged by the events of Hidden Inventory. Sure, the dark circles were gone from his eyes, but symbolically, those were transferred onto Gojo.
I know, poor guy.
So it wasn't resolved, right? It was just
responsibilities were shirked.
Exactly.
Yeah,
he just shirked it
I'll
off.
be the one to kill everyone, and then you can clean up after me.
Yeah, it's like I made my decision. Right. I'm fine with it now. But it's like, no, it's you've made the wrong decision, buddy.
And the other blonde woman, special grade sorcerer. Yeah, I don't think she was like a bad influence or anything. She just kind of voiced like, this is where you got to go, or these are the choices that you have. So he was gonna pick it probably anyways without her influences. Just
who the hell is she?
Right?
She just doesn't even know him. Just comes in and just like shoots off at the mouth and creates Geto the murder.
I don't think she creates it, but she certainly like
she speeds
lays
it
out.
along.
Yeah,
she catalyzes it. That's why you have to be careful. Yeah, things you say. They were playing basketball in like episode 2 or episode 1. Remember that? And Geto and Gojo were having a conversation about morals. And Geto was saying, it's our job as Jujutsu sorcerers. So this is the teaching of Tengen-sama that we learned in episode 5, that the star religious leader was talking about. The Jujutsu sorcerers are indoctrinated into a specific ethical structure which dictates how they see themselves and the power differential between themselves and non-Jujutsu sorcerers, and how to wield that responsibly and use that for the greater good or whatever it is. Geto took that pretty seriously, and Gojo didn't give a shit. You called him capricious.
Yeah.
Gojo is very much a sort of, if we're going to speak in archetypes, like a jester, joker archetype, not taking things seriously. And then Geto is his foil. And so that was Geto sort of not having anyone to really voice his concerns or his struggles to.
True.
With, right? Not really having a true friend, sort of stuck in his own head about it. And so Gojo is definitely looking back on those moments and regretting that he wasn't paying closer attention to his friend.
Exactly. He was surprised, but he really shouldn't have been surprised, right?
Yeah, there's such a difference in the way that they both coped with Riko's death. I say coped, but Gojo doesn't need to cope. I don't know what it is, but those kinds of things don't bother him as much. He said that it was because he was high, because he just got back from his death.
Right,
and but I don't think that's why. I think even if he hadn't gone to, I think he still wouldn't have really phased him like it did Geto.
That's right.
When Gojo asked Geto, like, so what do you want to do, bro? Want to kill them all? He really didn't give a shit.
It's just truly, that's just on a whim.
Yeah. So Gojo is an interesting character in that sense too, because he doesn't seem to have any really strict ethical beliefs or convictions.
Until just now, he was like, I thought we said we weren't going to kill for no reason. Which is a little bit interesting coming from him, right?
Yeah,
because really he never tried and voiced that ever until...
That's what he truly believes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now it's too late though, right?
Yeah. That's sort of like the seed of his own moral beliefs. Killing for no reason. Hey, no issue with killing.
Right. Just not needlessly.
Yeah. And then Gojo is also very much a Nietzschean Superman. Doesn't give a shit about your
monkeys.
Your ethical values, and he doesn't think about that. He just likes to exercise his power
against his own parents too. By the way, it's like a
Well, Gojo, I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
But Geto, yeah.
It's like Crime and Punishment. If you ever read that book, it's this idea of the Superman who has to cross over boundaries because he believes he's on a higher plane of existence than everyone else. So that's why Geto said that I have to kill my own parents because I have to prove that I do have no attachments to the ideas that I'm about to espouse. Right. So he's got to prove that point.
It's like really, really demonstrating his new belief. It's very effective too because they're your parents. But no, they're just monkeys now.
Right.
Just monkeys.
Non-sorcerers.
That's also what cults like to do. They like to separate you from your family.
Yeah.
Isolate you. Get you in. Get you sucked in. Yeah, there's a lot of play here. I like this. It's so mature. It's a lot of depth to the characters and what's happening with them psychologically and spiritually. It's almost a seinen.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it's left unsaid, like Vinland Saga.
Yeah.
You just, as an audience, you just have to sit and think about it and talk about it and figure it out yourself. It's not going to give you the clear-cut motivations for why characters are doing what they're doing.
Oh, it's delayed a little bit. Episode 6. Bummer.
The 31st of this month?
3-week break.
What?
And I don't want to watch recap episodes.
That's horrible. Season 1 recap.
And then this highly acclaimed Shibuya arc.
Oh, this is going to be a long arc. Until December 2023.
Wow.
It's going to be, it's like
maybe 20 episodes? 15 to 16? It'll be like a weird number.
Yeah, something like that.
It really halts the momentum because we're just like, but because the Shibuya arc has been hyped up so much, I do think people will be just ready on the ball to watch.
So we're going back to Yuji.
Yeah.
Itadori.
I'm looking forward to it finally.
Right.
To be back.
Nobara.
After all this prequel work.
Yeah, I'm going to keep saying it, but this story should be consumed in chronological order. It hasn't been structured in such a way so far that it warrants doing it out of order. Yeah, so do I. Love the character development for Gojo and Geto this arc. Yeah, I like that Gojo didn't realize how much he cared. Codes. Until Geto, like, we're going to get their names mixed up so much.
I know, right? Yeah.
GS and GS. Until Geto, like, violated it.
Yeah. Then you'll know what your principles are.
Who's missing Sukuna? Honestly,
not really.
I never really gave a shit about Sukuna. That's not weird. You're supposed to understand where he's coming from. That doesn't change the fact that he's wrong.
Right.
Right. Yeah, what he chose to end up doing is completely off the wrong choice. Yeah. Can definitely see why he chose to go down the path and the constantly being disappointed. Just wish it could have turned out better. Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's a premature death, right? It's like he pulled the trigger too soon. It feels more like he chose a path just to put his own mind at ease, right?
Yeah.
It felt more expedient rather than really like
principled.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hidden inventory refers to Gojo.
I like that. So it's not the gun. It's Gojo's preternatural ability.
Yeah. Means the breaking of a jade is also a metaphor for the premature death of a talented person, virtuous individual.
So
probably
No, I think we've nailed it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Premature death. That's a little bit too literal.
No, I don't think so.
Though I could see that because they were, but that's not what this episode was about.
Right.
Right? The death of Rico was hidden inventory.
Yeah, so it's a little bit too late.
Yeah, that's
this next episode though. Hidden inventory made reference to Toji's hidden inventory weapons, and premature death referenced how Haibara died too young, which was also true. Yeah, he died the premature death, literally.
Yeah.
And then figuratively is Geto.
Metaphor for the premature of a talented person, virtuous individual. If it's these two things, then we didn't know enough about Haibara or about Rico.
Yeah.
So it can't be about them. If this translation's correct. The talented and virtuous individual was Geto. Like, he was very, very upright and powerful. This is premature death is probably symbolizing Geto's transition. Definitely agree with that. Geto and Gojo become teen dads.
Yeah, they do disciple after children, right?
Yeah.
Geto for the 2 girls and then Gojo for Megumi.
We back on the main gang already? Need more Geto, please. I think we will. I think we will get a little bit more.
Geto is in the Shibuya arc, so he's not dead.
No, remember? He's
right?
Is he dead? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because at the end of Jujutsu Kaisen 0,
yeah, he's dead. Air quote. But
and Gojo thinks he's dead.
Yeah. And all season 1, he's only made those hidden appearances.
But people have pointed out that Geto is not the actual Geto. That Geto has a stitch on his forehead,
patched up and stuff.
And they've hinted that he's being controlled by someone else. I don't believe that's true. I don't like that theory personally. I like the theory that Gojo cursed him. So he's coming back. He's come back as a curse, and his new ideas are now being applied to curse them, right? The peoples. If I'm wrong, I really don't give a shit. I think that's way better writing of his character, if my theory is correct. No matter what Akutami chose to do. Really bummed that we can't watch it for another month. At least they gave us like a specific air date. So